Hey everybody, it's Andy here, and it's once again time for the Artsnacks unboxing May edition, which is exciting because it's my birthday month. I didn't do one last month because, I don't know, I didn't feel like it. Plus the stuff was not that great in the last one, so let's see what we get this time. So if you don't know what Artsnacks is, it's a monthly subscription fee where for 20 bucks a month you get 4 to 5 different art products. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Sometimes it's the same colors. I've gotten that a lot, but this is what the box looks like. Not without the tape, that's just the cover. So that's what it looks like inside. Ooh. So the first thing that's in here is the little menu thing. This tells you what you got. It's pretty cool. Then here's the reason they call it Artsnacks. It's got a little piece of candy and stuff inside. So this time it's Airheads. Airheads, I mean. Here's a little sticker they sent. Sometimes they send stickers, little buttons, pins, I don't know, different stuff with their logo on it. So the first thing I see in here is a brush cleaner. So that's pretty cool. So actually how you use this thing is you open it up, you get a little wet, and then you swirl your brush like, and it helps clean the brush. Or you can put a little on the product, put a little of the product on the brush, get it a tiny bit wet, and swirl around in your hand too, if you're not comfortable with putting it in here. We've actually gotten this before, and I've actually used this product before. So it's pretty good. Another thing you can do with this stuff is you can actually glob some onto your brush if your brush is very dry, and it's supposed to help like eat away at the paint on the bristles of the brush or stuff that's stuck on the ferrule, which is the little silver part. It's supposed, I've never actually done that, so I don't know. You can try that maybe. And it also helps with all different mediums, so for anything from oils to watercolor. That's what this is. Yeah. So then they sent Liquitex. So this is the special release Muted collection. So this one is Muted Pink or Rose Terrine, which is actually not really muted pink. If it's Rose Terrine, it's Rose Terrine. So this is heavy body acrylic. In like a deep reddy color. And it's very opaque, so meaning that there's going to be no translucency. So when it's opaque, it'll cover other colors, that kind of stuff. Then they sent a white gold Prima 12-inch brush. That's pretty cool. It's a flat brush. So this is good for like washes and getting like straight lines, like that kind of stuff. That's what you use flats for. This is kind of interesting. It's a multi-purpose brush because it's a medium length handle. Oil brushes are really long and watercolor brushes tend to be really short, so you can get a lot of like good control. Or if you can also use the longer for big washes and that kind of stuff. But they tend to be, so this is like a medium length. So it's kind of like a dual purpose. Plus it's a 12, which is pretty huge actually. So no like little detail paintings with this. So then we got the tissue. Their famous green tissue. And in here we got art crayons, mixed media watercolor crayons. I have never seen this. By Marabou. So we got a pink. And we got a yellow. And the specific color is I don't know. This is yellow. They don't have specific colors on there. So pink and yellow. So we got like a dark muted rose tyrene color and then a pink and a yellow. So I've never seen these before. So let's read what the little card says about these. Marabou art crowns. Added an exciting twist to your artwork with Marabou art crowns. These buttery smooth wax-based pastel sticks are suitable for both wet and dry techniques. The highly pigmented colors easily blend and pop off the page when brushed on with water. If the tip wears down, just rotate the retractable body to produce more. So they're not in like a sharp tip, it's like a blunt square tip. These will be interesting. I feel like it's going to be more repellent as opposed to integral mixed media. I don't know, we'll see. So that's what we got. Got some paint, which looks like this out of the box. Got some paint, 2 crayon sticks, paintbrush, and a cleaner. I'm feeling they gave the cleaner because of these things. Because this, if you just wash your brush right after, get it wet, which you should be anyway, it should come off the brush pretty easy. These, don't know. So here's the piece we created. It's like a little mermaid. Because this month is Mermay, so people are drawing a lot of mermaids and stuff on the internet and Tumblr and Twitter and Instagram and all that jazz. So these are just more like experiments, so they're not really like anatomically correct or anything like that because she got a little wonky. But, and I'd never planned these out, it's just experimenting. So I tried many different experiments. I had to come back and talk about, do a little review on the thing. So this is a very rich rose tyrene. It's not muted pink. I don't know why they said it was muted pink. As you can see, it's very dark red, almost brown, as a rose tyrene is. So, I don't really like heavy body acrylics. They tend to get very like heavy fast. Because you can layer them on top of each other. That's why a lot of people like these for mixed medium, because you can keep piling it on. And if you let it dry in like a thickness, it'll stay in that thickness. So I tried to like experiment a little bit with the thickness. I globbed it down with some water, so you can see it can get a little transparent if you add a little water or possibly a medium to it. This did not react well with these crayon things, so I'm not quite sure why they put these together. Maybe someone who's putting these boxes together should have thought about that a little bit more, of how the products work together, because these do not go on top of this muted color. And if I look at that little package that came with the they're all very dark. So whoever thought this could go on top of this, not a very good idea. And the heavy body does not like to stay on these. So if you put this down first, because that's why I experimented with the little starfish, I was like, well, let's put this down first and then see if this will stay on top of it. It does not stay on there very well. I'm sure if you glopped it down in a heavy body, like you're supposed to use this kind of paint with, it might peel off or something down the road, unless you put some kind of fixative or something on top of it. These two things do interact well with each other. I probably wouldn't use these or recommend these to people unless you are more into like more abstract or just getting some color on the background or some kind of just, color variant. These can't do detail. They don't take the water very well. So I know it says to use water with these. They don't really take the water that well, and they don't take transferring, which I've talked about in other videos before, where you lay down the medium on another palette or something like that, then you use the water to pick it up and put it on your thing. They don't do transfer very well, so that's kind of a negative for especially someone who likes using a lot of water mediums. I do transfer techniques a lot, so these, I don't know, I wouldn't really recommend these. So they're kind of a cool product. I mean, maybe I'll experiment with these more. I don't know. We've had crown things in the past before, and they've been a lot better than these two things. So, I don't know. You guys can, if you get this box yourself, you can decide and tell me how you use these, or what you do with these. If you've seen these before, if you used these before, let me know down below in the comments. Let me also know what colors you got. If you got there was a really cool blue I saw and a green that I seen with this color. I don't really tend to use reds a lot, so especially like rose tyrenes, which typically used to darken other colors. So that's what we got. That's a piece of art I made. Oh, you see my other PC. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this piece before too. So, hopefully you like this video. There'll probably be another one next month. I don't know. Follow me on Instagram, because I do a piece every day on Instagram. That's it for now. Bye!